This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Right down Main Street. JLA makes him pay.
He's got a 30-piece for the night.
Two powerhouses of the modern game in the NBL. The past 6 NBL championships have been won between these two teams.
Excited, nothing will. Hungry Jack's NBL RAC Arena. The fans are streaming in to watch last year's grand finalists go at it on a Monday night, led, of course, the Red Army by that man, Bryce Cotton. I'm Cam Luke, Corey Homicide Williams in the house, Liam Santa Maria. Boys, this is going to be fun.
Massive game. Absolute massive game. Two teams both coming off a couple of losses. So a lot of pressure on them internally to get back to their standard of play, and coming up against each other, we're looking forward to some fireworks.
And of course the top 4 as we know it, both nursing 2-game losing streaks right now. Home court advantage is such a huge thing when you get to the playoffs, when it's so tight. And the Amy ladder, we might have a little look at it to see what it all means. Have a look at that. Melbourne still on top, Sydney with a 10-game winning streak, Illawarra playing their best, and Perth trying to not only get home court advantage, but keep the Jack Jumpers at bay. This has got it all.
I don't know what's going to happen, but what I do know is I got the Wildcats for the win.
Oh, you're going early.
I got the Wildcats for the win. Bryce Cotton is not going to lose at home 3 straight games. He has to have a big one.
Well, there's a starting 5 in the lineup, all thanks to DoorDash. And DoorDash is your delivery MVP. Head to the DoorDash app now. Talk to me about that man who we know as the best player in the game.
Listen.
I am.
Bryce Cotton, as I said, import GOAT, but as far as the MVP race is concerned, Jalen Adams is the MVP of the league.
Ooh.
But tonight, Bryce Cotton is going to have a huge game. Has he ever lost 3 straight games, Liam, in RAC Arena?
Don't think so.
It ain't gonna start today. It ain't happening today.
Liam Santa Maria, Perth Wildcats, keys to the winning game for them.
Well, they're going to get some things done. Firstly, defensive transition. Melbourne like to push the pace. Got to get back and guard. Got to clean the glass. Vic Law had 14 defensive rebounds when they beat Melbourne last time, and they need to execute through pressure. Delvedova, Illy, Bubba, these guys will get up and in. Got to get through your stuff.
For DoorDash, let's have a look at this Melbourne United list. No Caleb Igata with the sore back after their loss to Illawarra on Saturday night. And Uday Baba is going to be into that starting 5 next to Delvedova in the backcourt.
Listen, that's all good, but that man on screen right there needs to get back to playing at that MVP level I was ranting and raving about. JLA, I need to see you tonight. He needs to come up big for them to have a chance to win this game and not go 3 consecutive straight outs.
Keys to the game for Melbourne United, Liam Santa Maria.
Well, the biggest key, every time you play the Wildcats, especially in the jungle, limit Bryce Cotton and Vic Law. That's where it starts, really, for any team coming up against this squad. Push the pace. They lead the league in pace because their defense is elite and they get out and run. Got to put those things together in this one. And then second chance points. Melbourne second in offensive rebounding percentage in the league. Perth dead last in defensive rebounding percentage. If you can get on top in that key battleground, you can beat the Wildcats.
And they're fun to watch. Before we get to Sean Redditch, I want to talk about Ariel Huckporty, who's been really good and he's continued to grow like some of these next stars. We just seen Osman Jing. He's a different player, as is this big man from Melbourne United.
Oh, Hook Potty's been playing really well. He's averaged 2 blocks per game over his last 5. So he's been getting it done defensively, having an impact, and they've been really good when he's been on the floor, almost plus 50 in his minutes over the last 5 games. So while JLA needs to step up, Ari Hook Potty just needs to keep things rolling.
Sean Redditch is the 4th member of our commentary team, and I have a feeling he might be just with the Red Army who adore him. Did you pay for that seat, Sean?
No better time for an increased capacity at RSC Arena between the grand final rematch, Wildcats and Melbourne United. And if the energy from the Red Army in the pregame is anything to go by, it's going to be electric at RSC Arena tonight.
Sean Redditch, courtside. All right, boys. Who wins?
I told you 2 minutes ago.
Liam.
I actually think United are going to bounce back in this one.
We are away. Travers guarded by Dellavedova. 75% in RAC Arena. Two perennial playoff, grand final and championship teams going head to head. Lord, little up and under, couldn't get it to go. Majuk can, and the first points of the night for the Wildcats.
Great rip from Vic Law. Big matchup, Law versus Jack White, and just rips it in attack, sets up opportunity for Majuk on the offensive glass.
So far, that matchup is 1-1. Real big matchup.
Got it. A man who plays really well in RAC Arena curled off a couple of screens, and Dellavedova hit him in the button, and he's able to get it to go. Travers. Long rebound. Cotton runs it down. Another opportunity for the Wildcats. Too easy. Todd Blanchfield, he gets that shot put shot going so nicely. His first bucket of the night.
When he's that open.
JLA for 3, same spot that Golding nailed his shot only seconds ago. 2 from long range. United got it going early.
Good sign by JLA, hitting it from outside.
Law guarded by Jack White. Shot clock now down to 5. Bryce Cotton knows what to do. Guarded by Uday Baba. Looks him in the eye, crosses over and splashes from 23 feet.
Nothing but net. Baba has come in here to be another defender to put on Bryce Cotton. Try to wear him down. Illy, Delhi. Let's see how he goes with his first attempt back in the NBL.
Turnover for the United, first of the night. Hungry Jacks NBL across the country. This has got playoff intensity written all over it. Blanchfield. Golding got a hand to it. Tries to dive on it. Takes Blanchfield's legs out. Referee says fair game. Jack White picks it up.
That's big time hustle.
They get a little hand check on top Blanchfield.
That is big time hustle. Chris Golding diving on the floor. They blow up the dribble handoff, and then who's the first guy to the floor? Chris Golding. And Melbourne United managed to track it down, grab another possession.
Well refereed to let that go as well.
Somebody,
Golding,
are you kidding me?
Wide open.
Are you kidding me? You don't close out Golden after hitting the first one?
That's a big mistake. They're in the zone off the side, out of bounds, the Wildcats. And a lack of communication, they left the ball.
Travers loses it from the Dellavedova pressure.
I mean, that's a brain fart. Where you going, Todd? You got one job.
Speaking of having one job, with Mitch Norton out, they've decided not to start with Kevin White here, the Wildcats. Luke Travers gets the start. First start since the Wildcats' third game of the season. Golding coming out for the blood rule, just to get quickly cleaned up. So he's the primary ball handler right now, Luke Travers. Matthew Dellavedova up in his stuff.
Shea Ili in for his first minutes. I'd say they'll be short as CG gets wrapped up.
That is so tough. I did not even know he had that in his repertoire till last week. Haven't seen that all season. You seen him do that all season? That shot.
The fadeaway from the block?
That wasn't from the block. That was mid-range Daniel Johnson style. You've seen that.
Cotton, the other
got a
end.
big bag.
Takes the bump, gets it over the outstretched arm to Wildcats, kisses it off the window, and he'll go the foul line to try and add to his already 5 points.
Trying to tell you, this man
Tell me, go on.
has never lost 3 consecutive games in REC Arena. It ain't happening tonight.
Well, the last time the Wildcats played and lost 3 straight home games was 1999. Hasn't happened this century.
It's a good stat, Liam.
Shout out NBL facts.
Playoff intensity. Chris Golding checks back in. Sean Redditch is courtside. Sean, take us through it.
Well, if there's one guy that loves the big stage and playing REC Arena besides Bryce Cotton, it's Chris Golding, as we see him launch on the 3rd triple right there. But he was only 4 for 24 in his first 2 ball games against the Wildcats this season from the 3-point line. So good signs hitting too early for the United.
Perfectly done, Sean Redditch. Zunic into the game. No good as he misfires on his first 3 attempt. Golding. Aggressively, that's a little short on the pullback. Travers. Now United want to push. Jack White says, hold the horses. Finds his point guard in Shea Ili. And he'll restart it, guarded by Hodgson. We want to try and take him off the dribble. Hands it off. Golding's come out shooting. That's no good. And now Travers wants to push. Gets all the way to the bucket. Great pass to Matty Hodgson, who threw it down. Loala hit him on the head. And a possible 3-point play. Scotty Morrison urging on the Red Army and his team. What a pass from Travers.
Well, Travers, no one stops him till the last minute. Drops it off to his big fella, who knew exactly what to do with it. Finish aggressive.
And thrust into a slightly different role tonight, as Liam Santamaria has spoken about already. Luke Travers. Nice start. Hodgson can't finish it. Nearly on the attack. But nowhere to go. Indian goes baseline. I thought he'd picked up his dribble. He hadn't. Luke Travers might have thought likewise, but he was able to get the reverse to go.
Travers take a little confused.
Cotton, great pass. Zunic missed his first one. Likewise there. That'll come off the hand of Matty Hodgson.
Well, that's some good looks. The Wildcats, some of the supporting cast, Melbourne United, they're going to throw bodies and numbers at Bryce Cotton and Vic Law. Other guys need to step up and make plays and knock down shots. Travers 0 for 2 from long range. Zunic 0 for 2. Melbourne are going to live with those guys letting it fly. Last time they played the Wildcats, Mitch Norton, a game high, career high, 26. Others need to step up.
Lau Chul can't get it to go. Vic Law. Cotton. Straight on 3, no good, and Jack White will push. Up-tempo start to this one. Golding in his first 2 threes. That's the way he gets all the way to the bucket.
And that's what happens when you got the license to kill. He's going to shoot from everywhere. It's a hard closeout, but he can put the ball on the deck and get to the rack. Easy finish. And that is his 2nd foul. He will go have a seat. Enter Huck Porty.
This is the beauty for Melbourne United of Huck Porty's development over the course of this season. In these moments, in big games, there's a confidence within that group now that he can come in and get the job done. And we talk about Chris Golding. 8 first-quarter points here. Golding averages 15 points per game, but is 44th in the league in first-quarter scoring.
Zunic, Wagstaff just in, first shot, little short. Brad Newley enters the game as well, as does Mason Peatling. Here is Peatling, played well on Saturday night, came in, gave good minutes off the bench against Illawarra. That's no good. Kevin White, they go under. Kevin White makes them pay.
They're the kind of shots we're talking about.
They're going to have to make those shots because Melbourne United is going to make you. They're not playing you. Turnover.
Lazy tried to jump in, and that's an offensive foul on Vic Law. He had to earn it back after the lazy entry pass, and he did it by taking it right in the numbers.
Jeez, it was an interesting whistle. Mason Peatling stepping forward into Vic Law. That's a blocking foul for 9.
That's a block.
Scott Morrison keeps the challenge holstered.
Dellavedova re-enters. Here's Newley. Dellavedova's got to let it go. Shot clock down to 3. That's long. And the long rebound. Dribbles out of court. Sean Redditch courtside.
Yeah, well, some interesting lineups here at the moment. Bit of small ball with Vic Law at the 5, Jesse Wagstaff at the 4. On the flip side, Melbourne United going big with Peatling and Huck Porty. It's going to be see who can go and score here out of this. Will Melbourne United go inside, or can Perth Wildcats hit the 3?
Law, step back over Peatling, got it.
And with Bryce Cotton out the game, you have to get Vic Law activated on the offensive end.
Jack White out of the game too. Vic Law's eyes lighting up with that Mason Peatling matchup.
Golding, 8 first-quarter points already. Couldn't get that to go. Law backpedals, guarded by Akporti. He'll want to take him on here off the dribble. Finds Wagstaff for 3. And that's after the shot from Peatling. Now it'll stay with the Wildcats.
There's a little... easy call in the end. I like that defense from Hook Porty. Got switched out, was on an island there against Vic Law. Chris Golding comes out for a rest. He said, you know what, I'm going to make you a driver here. I've got help behind me. Got close enough to take away the 3-point look. It's a little mini victory for the big fella.
Law. Law guarded by White, who's just re-entered the game. Tough. In and out from Law. Porty says, I'll take it, and now he'll run. Dellavedova looks and surveys his option. Takes it right to the bucket. Gets the little floater to roll, and go down.
That was a tough finish. Good defense. But he gets the better of Vic Law that possession. Nice curl.
Lansfield, left hand, able to finger roll it in. Newley, they step off him. He leaves it short. They're 3 of 9 from the 3-point line. Wildcats 2 of 9. First quarter. RAC Arena. Hungry Jacks NBL Monday night. Wagstaff did everything but make the bucket. And now Newley, what a pass to Peatling, but what a play that the referee says is illegal from Todd Blanchfield. He looks towards his bench.
Athletic contest from Blanchfield in transition. Good find from Newley. Threads the needle. And the body foul from Blanchfield. You know what? If you get it clean up the top and then the body foul happens, they're going to let that play. But if you hit the body first, it was a good call from the ref.
First is good for Mason Peatling. as is the second. We're all tied away as we enter the final minute of the first quarter. Travis, great pass, great cut. Cotton couldn't get it to go, and now Dellavedova will push. 5 White singlets running with him. He finds Newley for 3. That's a little short. White, offensive board, great D. Headlined by that man, Bryce Cotton, who now streams the other way. You heard it there, Bryce Cotton fouled. In the bonus, so he'll go the foul line for 2.
Great hands on the defensive end by Cotton. See right there, he strips the ball from Jack White. On the other end, he attacks, gets fouled. Now he goes to the line for 2 as Melbourne United are in penalty.
Come on, Dave. You're good, Jackson. Clear.
7 first quarter points for Bryce Cotton. He misses the back end of it. Hodgson keeps it alive. Couldn't get it to go. Now Golding wants a 2 for 1. Hands it to White, who goes for it, and it will count. Great pass, Chris Golding. Jack White streaming through, able to take the bump and get it to go.
That's what we're talking about off the start of the broadcast there. Melbourne United pushing the pace. Getting out in transition, Chris Golding just probing, exploring off the bounce, and then able to find Jack White as he trails to the cup.
First 3 points of the night for Jack White. 7-second differential between the shot and game clock. Travers guarded by White. Here's Cotton. Dellavedova all over him. Wants to use the Hodgson screen. Does it perfectly. We've seen that many a time. Couldn't get it to go. White's got 5 rebounds in the first half. Goes all the way. That's going to count. 5 quick points for Jack White. Could make it 6.
Just out there, out hustling.
He's in beast mode early.
He sure is. Goulding gets him going. The play before this, he finishes, gets the rebound, pushes it, takes the hit, and finishes.
First time playing in the jungle for Jack White. We know he's a big game player. And, you know, he has had those experiences at Duke with the Cameron Indoor and all the massive environments of NCAA. Big game crowds. No surprise to see him rising to this occasion.
Travers, got to let it fly, half wide. Go! Never looked like missing. And people question Luke Travers' 3-point game. Have a look at this.
And he just walks into that like he's in practice.
He's just won $50 off his teammates. That's what happened late at practice. That has had it all. United by 2 at quarter time. 10 minutes in the jungle, and it's had it all. Chris Golding diving for it. Mason Peatling taking charges. Red Army weren't happy. Bryce Cotton doing Bryce Cotton things. Matty Hodgson above the rim. And Luke Travers hitting a half-court shot. What a start. Wendy Roberts. No doubt the Roberts family are happy right now. That's the Wildcats Fanatics crew. Long-time members. They love getting together to watch away games. And, of course, they head to all the home games. And last year, in lockdown, blow-up pool. They got that, and they got the outdoor talent to enjoy the action. Because of that, $59K mate gift card is going your way, Wendy Roberts. And she will no doubt be enjoying this. Liam Santa Maria, what has been a fun first 10 minutes.
Ding-dong battle in that first quarter between two elite teams and big players standing up. Bryce Cotton and Chris Golding leading their teams in scoring.
Huck Bordy chases down his own. Takes a tough one and couldn't get it to go. Hodgson, guarded on the next start, goes away from the double team and gets it to go. And we're all tied up at 25, early stages in the second quarter.
Nice one-on-one post work by the big fella.
Barlow in for his first minutes. Here's Uday Baba for three. No good. Porty with the rebound. In between Cotton and Hodgson.
Second offensive rebound in the last 20, 30 seconds. Great activity by the big fella. And you have to give Perth a taste of their own medicine on that glass.
First foul on Cotton. Here's Golding. 8 first quarter points.
I'm just loving his aggression. Both teams, 2 consecutive losses. They don't want to come out and get 3. The race is too close. For top 4 for home court advantage.
Whew. Golding had 16 points in that loss to Illawarra the other night, but he only had 9 field goal attempts. Not enough for a guy of his scoring talent. He's already got 8, a minute and change into this second quarter.
First play in the double figures. 10 points in 8.8 minutes.
Good day, Uday Baba denied Cotton. They couldn't get into him. Now this shot clock's down to 3, so it's Blanchfield over Golding. Huck Porty just cleaning glass for fun. And now United will push through Barlow. You spoke of the up-tempo, Liam Santa Maria. Again, seems to be the tempo Melbourne want to play with. Barlow, catch, shoot, short. Seven points in the first quarter for Cotton. As he curls off that and gets held. Uday Baba, his first of the night.
Law checking back into the game. Got to make sure he gets his touches.
Which is smart. Cannot leave Cotton out there. And no other players out there with the ability to create scoring opportunities for themselves.
Cotton misfires. Dellavedova wants to push. Cotton was up to the task. Read it brilliantly. Now it's the Wildcats the other way. Travers gets underneath. Too big for Dellavedova. He's able to make it to work on the reverse. Nice start for the night for Luke Travers. 5 points. And we're all tied up.
And he had the full height advantage, obviously, with Delly. But the thing is, JLA's in the game with 2 fouls. He couldn't afford to help and mess around and get that 3rd foul. So he had to let that go. And easy bucket for Travers to get. Took his time. Look, JLA wants to go, but nah. I need to stay in this game on this court.
Sean Redditch is courtside. Sean, take it away.
Well, they say practice makes perfect. Every game day shoot-around, the Wildcats do a half-court shootout, see who can take out the big prize. Today, the winner was Jesse Wagstaff, but I think that might go to Luke Travers after he knocked down that one from half-court, just showing his range in front of the NBA scouts. Not only does he have NBA range, he's got half-court range as well.
He said it correctly too, Homicide. He stepped into it, and it never looked like missing. Great first 10 and a half, 12 and a half, what are we, 12 and a half minutes. And there is Luke Travis, just getting checked out by the medicos. He copped a little glancing blow on a Chris Goulding drive only a moment or so ago. Little April Fools from the Wildcats on social media on Friday regarding the Travis mullet.
It's going nowhere.
First v fourth, but that can change in a blink of an eye in NBL22. Dellavedova dared to shoot, so he says, okay, and he drops it down. He's got 5.
He's going to have to show he can knock that down consistently. So, good hit from him.
Travis uses the drop screen, can't find him on the little roll. Kept alive though. Here's Blanchfield at Goulding. Uses his length, couldn't quite get it to go. And again, Melbourne want to push. Goulding pulls up for 3. Long off the back iron, bounces over the backboard. That's a violation. But he is in full aggressive Chris Goulding mode.
Yeah, he's come in looking to make plays. No doubt about it. Wants to get going in this first half, and it's paid dividends for Melbourne United.
Law gets to a mid-range. That's where he likes it. Able to get it to go.
That's the bread and butter, his mid-range. Up to 4 points on 2 of 4.
Lau Jewell wants to break down, but Jook now's got nowhere to go. Daly, floater. That'll be on Law on the rebound with JLA.
Second personal on Vic Law, and this is that battleground we talked about off the top. The defensive rebound for the Wildcats. Vic Law, so frustrated. He's trying to get a job done, keeping Joe Luala-Chul off the offensive glass. Picks up a second foul.
Okay, go.
Delivered over to inbound. Little mismatch. Joe Luala-Chul on Travers, gets to where he wants, misses one. Great job by Travers. Outsize, out length. Great defensively. Blanchfield, catch, shoot, swish. And the Wildcats are back on top.
They're the shots they've got to make. Chris Goulding just ready to help out on Bryce Cotton. And his man needs to step up and knock it down, as Daly does in response down the other end.
You said it only a moment ago, Homicide. They're allowing him to shoot. He's got to knock it down. We've seen him do it, in particular against Illawarra early in the year. And he's done it back-to-back here. Law, can he respond? In and out. Hodgson kept it alive for a second. Joe Luala-Chul wants to take it right at Hodgson. Spins. Great D by Hodgson. Great D. Better offense. JLA wants the call. Doesn't get it. What he does get, though, is 2 points.
Time out. That is an 8-2 run. I mean, just the talent that young man has. Looking for a foul, didn't get it. Delhi 2 threes. JLA's 2. Vic Law's the only one that scored. 8-2 run.
We're going to hear from Scott Morrison as he chats to the Perth Wildcats.
Okay, listen, just get your breath. We gotta be more solid down there. You see what happens when we don't foul. Swing short. Swing short, Vic's in the shorts. You start here, Bryce this side. Okay, let's go.
Very deliberate and methodical in timeouts is Scott Morrison.
When they got that win over Melbourne United a few weeks back at John Cain Arena, he was asked after the game, was that your best the team's best performance this season. He said, I think it was our most solid. He thinks that's how you got to go up against this Melbourne United team. Possession after possession. Don't need to try and hit home runs. You got to be solid in defensive transition. You got to be solid on the defensive glass. And then you got to execute down the other end through the Melbourne United pressure. That's the point he's making there. Hey, we just need to strengthen up a little bit here.
Blanchfield, Newley just re-enters the game. He checks him. He's Cotton. Guarded by Uday Baba. Toughest job in the NBL. Great pass, Cotton inside to Hodgson, surrounded by a couple of white jerseys. So it allowed Vic Law to come in over the top and tip it in. A cracking game of basketball. Newley wants to break down Blanchfield. Can't get it to go. Hodgson with 4.3 rebounds has come in off the bench and played well. Cotton. Law too easy, no help defense. But Mason Peeling was looking for it. It never came, and Vic Law kisses it off the window. He's got 8, and the Wildcats are back in front.
That's a great person to attack off the dribble, JLA. He does not want to pick up that third foul, so that bucket is open season while he's on the court.
Cotton gets rid of Uday Baba and gets it to go straight 3. Back iron, drops in, 10 for Bryce Cotton. That lead is 4, the last 7 points for the Wildcats out of that timeout. Dellavedova flicks it out. Joe Luala-Chilled, that was dangerous. Considering he's on 2 fouls, Vic Law waited for him. Referee said play through it. And JLA is able to get it to go. Got to be credited to Mason Peeling on the tip. Here's Law feeling it. Blanchfield. 2 straight for Blanchfield.
Great work on the old boards. A lot of Wildcats, Vic Law in particular, gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to a wide open Todd Blanchfield, who knows exactly what to do with it.
Great response from the Wildcats. Ever since that Scott Morrison timeout a couple of minutes ago, they have come out and got the job done, up by 5.
Blanchfield into double figures as well. He's got 10. Dean Vickerman about to have a chat to his team.
Joe's got 1 more minute right here. All right.
Hey, guys, load straight up.
Let's go. Come on, let's load up. Vic, again, can we do a better job not even letting him catch it right now? All right, he's doing a good job of fucking once he gets it, just driving and loading up. Down the other end, we're going loops on this next one. All right, give me a loops 1. All right, loops 1. So CG's hard over the top. All right, you're holding in the middle right now, Shilly. Let's get the Spanish and attack it from there. Hey, come on.
Floor in the 3.
Well, Scott Morrison really challenged his team to get back to the basics this week. Just wanted him to play hard. Forget all the scout, all that. Just get back to playing hard. They're doing that right now. That's the best I've seen the Wildcats look in about 3 games. They're playing hard. They're getting those offensive rebounds, those extra points that we've seen the Wildcats do time and time again.
Thank you, Sean. Sean Redditch courtside. 5-point lead. Illy back in. Runs out of places to go. Is it knocked away? Only to the hands of Golding. Guarded by Cotton. Kicks it out. Newley. 3. Got it. Chris Golding into the key. Changed his mind the last second. Finds Brad Newley, who steps into it and knocks it down. And that will be a double dribble on Vic Law.
Chris Goulding's ability to just penetrate, draw so much traffic, draw so much defense, help, and then kicks it out. The veteran Brad Newley knows exactly what to do with it as well. Great response out of that timeout.
Step in and deliver. Golding. Can't get it to go. Hodgson having a nice night. It's rebound number 4 for the big man. Cotton wants to break down Golding. Hodgson with the mismatch.
A double has to come.
Goes to the baseline, finds Wagstaff, who cut baseline, couldn't hit it. White jerseys everywhere. What's that going to be? It'll be a jump ball.
Wow, they waited a long time to double and help out Shea Ely. Clearly the rule there is to bring the double on the bounce. Well, Matt Hodgson took a while to put it to the deck. Eventually the scramble was good enough. As Jack White came across, Joe Lawala-Chul helped down, and then they tie it up for the jump ball.
As Perth are able to get it to go through Vic Law, he's in the double figures with 10. Illy tries to bounce it to Huck Porty. Newley, plenty of contact, couldn't call it over the front rim, and now it's Bryce Cotton. Hodgson, great spin. It's going to be called a travel.
We'd love to see that replay because that looked good to me.
Red Army don't agree. Scott Morrison sure as hell doesn't. And this game slowed down a little bit in the last couple of minutes after an up-tempo kick start to the game. Illy. Great defense by the Wildcats. Law, big second quarter, continues, can't finish it. Hodgson, likewise, still couldn't get it to go either, and then slapped at it in frustration. And he'll pick up his first of the night.
Well, you said it, Kemp. He's frustrated, missing there, getting called for the travel, and then hacks and whacks away, gives up a foul. He didn't need to give, but just needs to call his Jets because he's having a big impact out there. 4 points, 8 boards.
Illy, and that's an offensive foul. Heard it clearly in the effects, Mike.
Todd, this side.
The Wildcats' big three have come to play. Vic Law with 10 points, 4 rebounds. Bryce Cotton with 10 points. Todd Blanchfield with 10 points and 4 rebounds.
You'd expect nothing less in a game of this magnitude. Shea Ely denying Bryce Cotton. They can't get it to him just yet. Hodgson going to try and take it off the bounce. Gets hit by Huck Porty, who says, yeah, I got him.
It's his first game against Melbourne United this season. First game against Melbourne as a Wildcat, Matt Hodgson. I was interested to see what kind of impact he would have, and it's a big one.
As they turn it straight back over.
Hodgson again there. Offensive foul.
Turnover number 6 for the first half for the Wildcats. United have coughed it up 4 times. White comes in, Zuna comes in. Last 50 seconds of an entertaining first half. Illy met by Cotton. Golding, only United player in double figures. And he shuffled that pivot foot.
Good pressure on ball defense. Zunic getting over that screen, fighting. Results in the turnover. Timeout. This first half has not been disappointing.
It has not. Maybe.
There you see the leading scorers you were referring to it, Corey. The big three, Law, Cotton, Blanchfield, all in double figures for the Wildcats. Golding leading the way for Melbourne United. And key players missing for both these teams. Caleb Agata out after that nasty fall against Illawarra. He's missing for Melbourne United. And of course, Michael Frazier still not back in uniform for the Wildcats, but really critically, Mitch Norton. So important to this Wildcats team. We've seen in these last couple of games how much they have missed his tenacious efforts at the defensive end, but doing a good job so far tonight in replacing him. Everybody else stepping up their energy and effort defensively and keeping Melbourne United under wraps.
4-point lead for the Wildcats. You see the numbers on your screen right there. 24 seconds on the shot clock, 33 in the game clock. Travers. Shea Illy in the passing lane. Shot clock, about a second difference. Illy. Tries to dump it to Jack White. Newley. Shot clock down to 3. Illy's going to let it fly. It was tough. Wagstaff played great defense. A great 24 seconds defensive effort by the Perth Wildcats.
When you turn the ball over, that's what you want to see on the other end. A great defensive possession. 0.6 on the clock. Enough for a catch and shoot. Luke Travis, part 2.
If he does it again, I'll share you Hungry Jacks. It's a win for me. Either way, that ends a fun first half. So Wildcats 44. Bryce Cotton, that man, again doing what he does. He's got 10 points at half-time. Melbourne United 40, led by Chris Golding's 10 points. Matthew Dellavedova, the man he's chatting to there, has 8. Sean Redditch is courtside.
Well, I'm here with Wildcat superstar Vic Law. Must be pleased with the effort. Look like you guys are focused, ready to go defensively. Different team tonight.
Basketball right now. There's not much more that needs to be said. I'm sure you know. It's a playoff game for us right now.
And is that the mindset? This is the playoff. We got to get ready for the finals.
Every game right now is a playoff game. We don't care what team it is, what situation it is. Every game from here on out is a playoff game. That's how we're going to play.
Thanks, Vic. All the best second half.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. A huge one in the Jungle RAC Arena. It's the Wildcats 44, Melbourne United 40. Stay with us.
20 minutes in the jungle down. Chris Golding started hot. We look at the Hungry Jacks highlights. That time he just got left wide open. JLA inside, little 1 foot fadeaway. Homicide like that one. Luke Travers, what a pass. He's had a great first half. As is Hodgson. Kevin White saying, hey, you go underneath, I'll hit it. Vic Law, best mid-range in the game. And Dellavedova's got 8. A couple of threes to go with it. That one rolled. Luke Travers, half court. Yeah, I'll take that. Bang. He's been everywhere, including going to work down low. And Matthew Dellavedova, as I said, a couple of times dared to shoot. Don't leave that man open. Todd Blanchfield's in the double figures as well. And this has been fun. We heard from Vic Law only moments ago. He said, we're treating this like a playoff game, Homicide. We know what this means for both teams. 10 points for Cotton, 10 for Law. Golding likewise, Dellavedova with 8. It has been fun to watch.
It sure has, and it's been a seesaw battle. These guys are throwing haymakers at each other.
Yep.
We know the magnitude of this game for both teams. Both teams in a 2-game losing streak, trying to break it. Perth, since the 90s, like Liam said earlier, have not lost 3 consecutive games at home. So far it's a 4-point game. It's a good one. I like to see what the big 3 for Perth have done so far. Todd Blanchfield, Vic Law, and Bryce Cotton. They have shown up. And JLA has 2 fouls, 7 points. Chris Goulden have come out ready to play. Delly's hitting some threes. They're leaving him open, and he's knocking it down. It's a good one.
It is a good one. There's no doubt. And we've sent Liam over to the Video Analysis Centre. Liam, take it away on the touchscreen.
Well, you talked about the playoff level intensity. Vic Law mentioned it at half-time, and with playoffs comes playoff level execution, and we saw that at times during that first half from both of these teams. And I like how they went about getting Chris Golding going early, Melbourne United. This is what they do in transition. You get a little dribble handoff for Chris Golding on the second side, but the play doesn't end there. Here, we just run it a little bit further and you see, pause it here, a little misdirection here. So as Jack White comes up, you'll see him raise his fist as if he's going to set this screen for Chris Golding to come off this way. But actually, they're going to create this shot from a screen here from Joe Luala-Chul. And Matthew Dellavedova knows where it's coming from. Bang, Chris Golding open for 3. So once Chris Golding gets going, he then starts hunting looks in transition as they push it off a stop, Melbourne United. In this moment here, Chris Golding's thinking, I'm coming to the ball. So the onus there is on Shea Ili to recognise that. Be ready, dribble handoff here for Chris Golding as he comes to the ball, and you can take the defence by surprise in transition. He attacks the gap and gets right to the bucket. Now the Wildcats on the flip side needing to find ways to free up Vic Law and Bryce Cotton, and the best way to do it with Bryce Cotton is with drag screens in transition. Cotton's got the ball advancing here, and so they bring Vic Law into this ball screen. Now Melbourne United, when their 4-man, here it's Mason Peatling, is guarding the ball screen, they like to show hard and then recover, which means he's going to jump out to Bryce Cotton and show, but then he's going to recover to his man Vic Law as he picks and pops. Now the onus here is on Uday Bubba to get over this screen to defend Cotton, but if Bubba gets held up on the screen and Peatling leaves the area, Cotton's going to get open for a look. So both teams trying to find ways to get their main guys looks. Let's see who can get it done in the second half.
Can't wait for it. Only moments away. Second half. Hungry Jacks NBL. Thank you, Liam. Homicide. 10 points for Vic Law. You mentioned the 3 big names, Cotton, Law and Blanchfield. Let's check out his work because his ability to get where he wants to go, traditionally mid-range, is almost unparalleled in the NBL.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The matchup between he and Jack White is a tough one. But whenever Jack White somehow gets subbed out or there's a switch, he takes full advantage. And he's been really good in this first half. The mid-range master.
Absolutely.
He's a guy that can put the ball on the deck and create for himself. And so far, so good. 10 field goals. I like field goal attempts. I like the way he's aggressive because he needs to get it up. 10 points, 5 of 10 with 4 rebounds. Good first half from him.
You once said to me as well, there's a difference between Chris Golding and CG43. It's sometimes a mindset thing. We're seeing CG43 tonight. He's been aggressive from the tip.
Oh, yes. As we know, he had 16 points and only 9 field goal attempts his last game. That's not what's happening tonight. CG43 is coming to play. He loves playing in this building. I expect an even bigger second half coming up from him.
Don't go anywhere. Second half from the jungle on the other side of this. Hungry Jacks NBL, the Wildcats, the United. The jungle's buzzing, half-time, 4-point lead for the Red Army in the Perth Wildcats. Just before we get down to Sean Redditch, Liam Santamaria, something caught your eye as the teams were leaving at half-time.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of kind of animosity, a little discussion going on here between Golding and Joe Wild-Shaw, Matthew Delvedova as they walked off, trying to sort some things out.
Sean Redditch is courtside. Sean?
Well, if you're a Melbourne United fan, you might be a little bit worried sitting at home. Your team's down 4. I got some good news for you. When Matthew Delvedova is making threes and the United are winning, he's shooting 44% from the three-point line. When they lose, he's only 19%. He's hit 2 out of 3 tonight so far. So let's see how he goes in the second half. Can he lead this Melbourne United team to victory?
The legend, Sean Redditch courtside as United cough it up without getting a shot in the first possession. Law can't hit it. White with the rebound. That's his 6th of the night. Again, aggressive. Trips. And the referee deems it to be Vic Law's fault.
It's going to be a third foul on Vic Law. If that's on him, yeah, just... Is it on Blanchfield? Vic Law, 3rd personal.
And limping. Little knee-on-knee action.
Just grabbing at his right calf there a little bit.
She heads out the back. Sean Redden should be all over that. Jack White will go to the foul line for 2. Remains perfect from the line tonight, 3 of 3. Back-to-back three-point plays right at the end of the first quarter. Commentator Jinx never fails. That's long.
Fails sometimes.
He does. Here's Cotton. Guarded by Udai Baba. Hard gig. Can't get it to go. And
You know what? They are making it tough. Tough for Bryce. Udai Baba is playing some tough defense.
slightly concerned look there as a couple of medicos have a look at the calf of Vic Law as Chris Golding just goes to work to start the third quarter like he did in the first half. He's on 12 and this is as aggressive we've seen him for a little while, Liam Santamaria.
Well, it's a combination of him being aggressive, definitely is in that mindset, and them running action for him, looking for him in their transition stuff and calling plays for him.
Cotton does that better than anyone in the NBL. Stops on a dime, explodes into the air to shoot it as the defender comes under him. And Udai Baba, who was following him around that screen, did exactly what Bryce Cotton was hoping he would.
Well, we spoke about the need to fight over those picks on Bryce Cotton, but that's, as you say, Cam, what he does to punish it. Stop, prop, rise up, and use the defender's momentum against them.
Bryce Cotton, 10 points in the first half, 3 of 8 from the field. Couple of threes thrown in there, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And again, as you see there, leads the league in scoring. That is perfect. Right there, and restores that 4-point lead for Perth, which they held at half-time. Dellavedova wants to take on Travers. Baba, 3. Got it. Great pass. Great ball movement. JLA drew a couple of defenders. Kicked it out to White, who found Udai Baba for 3. His first of the night. Back to a 1-point game. Travers. Shot clock down to 2. Cotton has to go to work. Step back 3. Perth.
That's tough.
Real tough.
He's loving that matchup. He's loving the D that Udai Baba's playing. He just rises to that challenge.
Ooh.
As Matthew Dellavedova, likewise, again, they leave him open and dare him to shoot. He's able to knock it down. He's in the double figures. He's got 11. He's 3 of 4 from the 3-point line as the heavyweights trade blows at RAC Arena. Great pass inside Cotton, and Majuk with a 2-hand throwdown.
First you foul him, he gets to the free throw line, knocks down 3. Then the next play is a one-on-one play, right in your face 3-ball, and now he's drawing so much defense. He's getting his teammates easy buckets.
Dellavedova feeling it, and rattles it home as the defender goes under again, and we're tied at 52. He's got 14, and this is living up to the billing. Daly, double team, takes it straight away from Majuk as Cotton tries to do likewise from behind. Always dangerous to do as a defender, even if you get him clean. Referee can find it, and they did on that particular occasion. Sean Redditch courtside.
Yeah, with an update on Vic Law. It is his right shin. He did test it out. They taped it up. He's going to check back into the game, so I think he'll be all right. If I'm Melbourne United, he's got 3 fouls. Right here, you want to test him. You want to take it at him, see if you can pick up that 4th foul, as we see Matthew Dellavedova putting on a show at the moment.
There you go, 3 fouls. Vic Law knocked to the shin, playing through it.
Matthew Dellavedova definitely putting on a show. 4 of 5 from downtown. 14 points in 16 minutes. 5 of 7 from the field overall. 3 assists.
Pete Hooley. Social media guru Pete Hooley. Golding. Got it.
Oh, this backcourt is cooking.
Is fun. 15 for Golding. 14 for Dellavedova. 3-point lead for Melbourne United. Cotton. Right back at ya. A little bit short. Zunic runs it down. Keeps it alive. Law checks the feet. Behind the 3-point line. Can't hit it. And White will grab and run. Loving the push. He's got Golding right in front of the Wildcat bench. Can't get it to go. JLA. Big offensive rebound. And Vic Law now has 4.
That's big. Big rest from Scott Morrison, putting him back out there. Midway through this third quarter, here's the execution from Melbourne United. This is what we call the Spanish pick and roll. Chris Golding ready to screen the screener and then pop out for the 3. Melbourne United executing their stuff to get Chris Golding looks from long range. And then here's the foul underneath.
Easy call
From Vic Law as he picks up his 4th.
Jolo Allen-Chul first is short. Hungry Jack's Burgers in play right now. And there you go. Whole state of Western Australia, and it's a big one. Cody's talk. Hungry Jack's free cheeseburger, all yours. Blanchfield takes the bump, loses a shoe. Gains 2 foul shots.
It's a good take by him. Goes to the free throw line to get himself going. Because with Vic Law out, he's had a good first half. He's going to have to continue that play right now because that backcourt got it going on by Melbourne United. So you're going to need somebody else to come to the party to help neutralize that.
2 fouls on Golding. Jolo Allen-Chul takes a seat. Akporti comes in. Shaili comes in. As Udai Bubba heads to the bench. Todd Blanchfield keeps that a little short and right. Second one is good. 2-point game. Touch under 6 minutes. Third quarter. Dellavedova hot. Golding hot. That no good. Travers wants to push. It's been an up-tempo contest for most of this. Blanchfield. In and out. Akporti lost it off the fingertips. And it'll stay with the Wildcats.
Having a huge impact out there, Matt Hodgson. Season high 9 rebounds. Making a nuisance of himself right there and wins the ball back.
Travers lost it to that man Hodgson. On cue, left hand, no good. Rebound number 8 for White. Daly feeling it from 3-point range. Can't get it to go there. White keeps it alive. Offensive rebound number 5 for United, and Akporti finishes it from a nice Shaili dime.
Jack White doing what he does best, crash those old boards. Gives his team an opportunity to get an extra possession, and they score.
Travers over White. Short. 7 of 21 from the 3-point line. Make that 22 for the Wildcats. As United turn it over. 7 of the night. Ding-dong battle as described by Liam Santamaria early. And it continues to be that way. Travers, nice move, and one!
Beautiful hesitation in the paint. Freezes the defense, which a lane then opens. He gets to the rack and finishes with the left, takes the hit. That's an important basket. Here's why. Outside of Bryce Cotton, who else is going to be able to put points on the board with Vic Law on the side? And to Luke Travis. They got to find a way to keep ticking the scoreboard over, because it can't just be Cotton. That ain't cutting it.
If anyone can do it, it probably is Bryce Cotton, but I understand your theory. They need some help with Vic Law on the bench, sore shin, and 4 fouls. Huckporty guarded by Wagstaff. Newley back into the game. Ellie, great penetration.
An underrated, penetrating point guard in this league. That man right there on screen. Well, not that man. That man's on 4 fouls, making sure that shin doesn't get too tight. Gentleman I was talking about is Illy. Close out tight because he could hit the 3 now. Now you gotta respect it. Puts the ball on the deck. Great take down the lane. Scoop finish.
The other man in that Melbourne United backcourt, Matthew Dellavedova, having a big game.
Big game.
Spoke about Jack White's first game in the jungle. Same applies to Daly. And he's just come out here. He's been making winning plays. They needed Tim to get back to helping out on the scoreboard. Gets his float again, then steps out for 3. And look at any little bit of daylight now, and he's letting it fly. That little short on the closeout, sliding under the ball screens. He's getting room to let it go. And he's stepping up and knocking it down. There you see the SodaStream shot chart. 4 of 6 from long range. 5 of 8 overall. Super efficient. 14 points. Melbourne United's second leading scorer, and a massive scoring injection with Joe Luala-Chul somewhat limited tonight.
There is that man. 14 points, 4 assists. And there's the story so far as United early. Wildcats by 4 at the half. And it's currently Melbourne by 3. White. Travers having a really nice night. Hookboard, he says, not on this occasion. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Baseline 4 on the shot clock. Make that 5.
Great defense by the young fella.
Blanchfield got to get to work on Newley. Did a great job.
Nice take, gets himself going to that free throw line. Again, finding a way to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Because Melbourne United's keeping the ball out of Bryce Cotton's hands. This is the world they want to live in. Luke Travers, Todd Blanchfield, these guys want to have the ball in their hands and make plays. Well, let's see if you can beat us in that way. But the Wildcats, right now, doing a good job of getting it done. Travers and Blanchfield effectively putting it on the deck. Scoring, getting to the free throw line, as you say, Corey, ticking the scoreboard over in the absence of Vic Law.
Todd Blanchfield, 10 in the first half. Only a couple of freebies so far in the second. He's got 12. Trying to make it 13 here and get it back to a 1-point game. And does. Barlow. He's athletic, Hookboardy, but I'm not sure he's quite got that in him. Turnover number 8 for United. Matches the Wildcats total. Wagstaff, top of the key. Cotton, Shea Ellie all over him. Couldn't get it to him. Wagstaff, though, takes the opportunity. Hookboardy says no. And now United, who have been pushing all night, want to run it. Another lazy pass by Barlow, stolen this time by Kevin White. Travers inside, great pass. He's able to find him. Travers into double figures. Wildcats back in front. Illy gets a little bump.
Barlow coming out off the back of those couple of turnovers. You mentioned Luke Travers. That bucket he just scored. You know that there's plenty of NBA eyes on all the prospects coming through. There's Adam Tatalovic on the left there in the blue jacket. Former Perth Wildcats assistant coach, of course. Now, international scout for the New York Knicks. In the arena watching Travers or Porty. He'll be there watching Dieng and Besson on Thursday night.
Illy. Newley, 3, no good. Travers continues to impress. 10 points, couple of boards. The Wildcats try and stretch this lead. Blanchfield, that is tough. Dellavedova having a big night. Floater no good. Cotton on the attack. Illy got a hand on it. Newley will push. Dellavedova one side. That's where he goes. The Wildcats do a great job to get back. Stop a little semi-transition and force United into a half-court set. Which is shot clock now down to 5. Newley's going to let it go. It's short.
I felt in this quarter, Melbourne United had a really good chance to open this lead up, and Perth have done a really good job not allowing that to happen.
Blanchfield. Wagstaff keeps it alive. Great move, Blanchfield. Got it to go with the left. Got a running head start. Full head of steam. Last 6 points for Perth. The lead is 3. We're into the last minute of third quarter. Dellavedova got himself to where he wanted to. He couldn't get it to go. Tapped off the rim by a Wildcat. Will stay with Melbourne United.
You bang on, Corey. It's been a big win for the Wildcats these last 3 or 4 minutes. Chris Golding out. Joe Luala-Chul out. Those guys checking back in right now, but they've been a little clunky offensively. Melbourne, Perth stepped it up with their D, and then down the other end, Blanchfield and the like, doing enough, and they're back in the lead.
Shot clock down to 7, JLA. Double team. Shot clock. Dellavedova. Got it. 5 threes on the night for Matthew Dellavedova. He's got 17. All tied up. Shot clock is off. We are set for a big last 10 minutes in the jungle. Will the Wildcats take the lead? Cotton. Wagstaff turned the first one down. White doesn't. Short. Cotton. Oh. Couldn't get it to go. And with 10 minutes left, do not go anywhere. Why? Because we're all tied up. And a win is integral when it comes to playoff seedings. That's on the other side of this in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Hungry Jacks NBL. You know Bubba's able to get that to go. He's only bucketed tonight so far. Luke Travis is having himself a ball game. Bryce Cotton does whatever he wants. On that occasion, he found Majuk for the two-hand. And we are set for a ripping last 10 minutes. And Liam Santamaria, you have got one of the most unusual random stats of NBL22.
Remarkable stuff from the stat man. 115th game of the season, and it's the very first time of the year scores have been tied at three-quarter time.
In any game.
Any game.
Blows my mind. Just like this contest is right now. Hodgson's been good tonight as well. Shea Ellie picks his pocket and now wants to push. Splits the double team of Zernick and Cotton and gets fouled. As he attacked the bucket, will earn himself a couple of freebies. Sean Redditch is courtside, no doubt, itching to be a part of this himself. Sean, talk to us.
Oh, when you're a retired player, these are the hard ones to be on the sideline. You want to be back in. Scott Morrison tried to use Bryce Cotton as a decoy there, as a screener, to try and get Matt Hodgson a layup there. The concern for the Wildcats at the moment, you know, Bryce Cotton has only been out of the game for 3 minutes. 27 minutes. I expect him, he'll probably play the entire fourth quarter, but having to go against Dellavedova, Shaley, Uday Baba, these guys are elite defenders. Can he still be Cotton time and have his legs underneath him? We know he's fit, but those are tough defenders to go against all game long.
Bryce Cotton will be ready. I'll answer that. I've seen this too many times. Not in that arena. Money on the line. Cotton delivers.
2-point lead for United after the Shea Ellie foul shots. Hodgson's been great tonight. Here he is going to work. Zunic, 3. Bodies sprawling, playoff intensity. Referees letting him go. Dellavedova's been great. Jack White likewise. That's in and out. Got a good look right in front of the Perth Wildcat bench. Couldn't get it to go. Vic Law, 4 fouls. Sore shin. Incredible game. White couldn't get it past Golding. Turnover number 11 for the Wildcats. Great pass from Golding to Joe Aluala-Chul for the easy dunk. First 4 points and the last 7 for the United.
That's just a beautiful read from Chris Golding. Just assessing in transition. Finds the big man underneath.
Cotton. Couldn't get it to go. Joe Aluala-Chul comes over on the rebounding battle. Rule foul. Be his 3rd.
Foul on the head, foul on the body. He's looking for a foul.
Well, it's the back cuts that are there for Bryce Cotton. They just need to create the spacing to provide for it, because Shea Ellie, these guys that Sean Redditch was referencing, they're all playing on the high side, trying to deny him catches.
Law takes it right at Jack White, and he'll go the foul line for 2. Jack White.
He's going to have to get himself going. I know he has 4 fouls. A lot of times when you're on 4, you start to think a lot and not be your aggressive self. But if you foul out, you foul out. You got to play.
First is good. Got it to go down. Points for Law. His first 2 of the second half coming there from the foul line, and the lead is 2. White guarded by Law on the 4 fouls, takes it at him. Good D, Vic Law. Better offense, Jack White, who's able to curl back and use the right hand, middle of the key, get it to go, restore the 4-point lead. He's got 9.
Tough bucket by Jack White, knowing Vic Law has 4 fouls. Got to attack him. That's exactly what he did.
Here's Law at the other end. Tried to take the bump. Referee said play on. Shea Ellie leaks out. Is able to get it to go. Great lead pass. The lead is 6, and Scott Morrison wants to have a chat. 70-64 United. It's had everything, including a half-court buzzer beater. But it's Melbourne United by 6 right now, Liam Santamaria and teams. And you get some momentum and you got to try and take control. United have done it in the first couple of minutes here.
Yeah, they have. Good timeout from Scott Morrison. United starting to gain the momentum and get control. And every time he's called these timeouts tonight, he has got a response from his team. Got to try to open the floor up for Cotton and Law. Things a little tight, a little congested offensively right now, resulting in turnovers. Melbourne getting out and pushing in transition.
Six-point lead for Melbourne United. Bryce Cotton, 16 points on the night. That's the quarter by quarter. It's been a big fourth quarter so far for Melbourne United. Been able to break that deadlock that it was at three-quarter time. Don't go anywhere. Under 8 minutes. 2 of the heavyweights of the NBL. Both on a 2-game losing streak. One of those will end tonight. Cotton, 3. Joe Lualu-Jewell takes only rebound number 4 for the night. 5 threes on the night for Dellavedova. Lobs it up for White, was ambitious. Dangerous by Vic Law, but was up to the task with a great defense. And now goes the other end. Travers for 3. 7 of 27 from the three-point line of the Wildcats. JLA. Travers took the little risk and allowed JLA to get a little head start. And in the end, had to be fouled. He'll go the foul line for 2. Sean Redditch courtside. Talk to us.
Well, as you'd expect, some great energy from Melbourne United. Chris Goulding really urging his team on to stick defensively, try and make someone other than Bryce Cotton and Vic Law beat them. On the other end, we saw them trying to go for the lob to Jack White there in celebration of Mike Krzyzewski and Duke. It was unsuccessful. They almost got that 5th foul on Vic Law. Very close. Melbourne United happy where they're at the moment.
And the first one is off. Second one is good. 7-point lead. Into double figures for the big man. Cotton. Travers. That's a block. Dellavedova tried to beat him to the spot. Couldn't quite get there. White jersey's asking or suggesting to Coach Dean Vickerman maybe a coach's challenge. He doesn't want to do it. Dellavedova with his second. Travers only just beat the 5 seconds, but gets it in. Wagstaff for 3. And Melbourne have pushed it all night. Liam, Udai Bubba, that's going to be an offensive foul. Lifted the knee, and Wagstaff was there, took it right in the chest.
Great job from Wagstaff, getting back, getting in front. He got position here, he's fighting with JLA.
Oh, yeah, perfect position, easy call for the ref. My question is, Liam, who else is going to score for Perth Wildcats? Did Melbourne United doing a great job on Cotton and Law? Well, then who else is going to step up?
That's interesting. Coach's challenge, just looking at that replay, it looked like Wagstaff had his back foot there inside the no charge zone. Taking the charge on the airborne player. It was I mean, he definitely had position. Took the contact. I think he had position before Udai Bubba took off. That's what they're looking at. To decide whether or not to overturn that one.
7-point lead. Big coach's challenge here. Yep. It's Dean Vickerman trying desperately to preserve that 7-point lead, of which the visitors currently hold.
Yep. Okay, cool.
The call on the floor will be cancelled. Melbourne United will retain the ball because it was a pass from the baseline with 20 on the shot clock.
You heard it there in the effects, Mike. And now we're going to hear it officially.
The coach's challenge is successful. The call on the floor is cancelled. The defensive player was within the no-charge semicircle, and there was no extension of the knee by the offensive player. As it was a pass, Melbourne will retain the ball from the baseline with 20 seconds on the shot clock. They will retain their coach's challenge and their timeout. Baseline white.
Great challenge, Dean Vickerman. Great eyesight by you, Liam Santamaria.
Corey, you bang on. Who's going to step up? Bryce has been passing it. They've been making it hard for him to catch it and then throwing bodies at him once he gets it. And for the last few minutes, he's been deferring, giving guys open looks. Travers on the arc, Wagstaff on the arc. They haven't knocked him down. And it's bordering on time for him to start taking matters into his own hands.
We just heard it from the referee. Now the explanation of Scott Morrison. Joe Luala-Jewell goes baseline, met by a double team. Udo Bubba turns the first one down. Shot clock's down to 7. Golding doesn't turn it down, nor should he. Lead is 10. He's got 18.
From the Kmart logo.
Cotton, Wagstaff, great pass, great finish. That'll count.
They're the kind of passes Bryce Cotton's been looking for. Working hard for his catches, but when he comes off, he knows all eyes are on him.
From the Kmart logo. CG43.
Huge hit from Golding.
Sean Redditch, courtside on Jesse Wagstaff.
Well, two veteran guys getting it done. Jesse Wagstaff, he was 1 for 19 against Melbourne United before he hit that free throw as we see the Wildcats get a turnover. Could that be the turning point? 1 for 19 doesn't phase Jesse Wagstaff.
Bit of pressure up the floor from Perth. Cause turnover number 11 for Melbourne United. Travers, great pass. Wagstaff able to finish it. Bryce Cotton curled around a couple of screens. The entire United defense went that way, and Jesse Wagstaff slipped to the bucket, and Luke Travers found him.
Beautiful execution. Again, look, watch Bryce Cotton. And as he comes off these screens here, Wagstaff knows Joel Luala-Jewell's going to help. Quick slam, open at the rim. Good find from Luke Travers. Underneath, this thing's back to 5.
This has got it all. Last 5 points for Perth, all off the hand of Jesse Wagstaff. And Dean Vickerman's having a chat to his crew.
Joe's still at the level. You're here though, right? You're the support guy on the dive. You're flying over it, all right? You judge your level right now. Belly's been jumping in pretty good, all right? And then you support on that. All right, we ain't giving up layups anymore. Hey. Yeah, so again, it's red 40s, right? So again, getting it back in. Push that thing. We've done this before. We kick it ahead. All right, push that thing and back. Double drags though. I like double drags.
You spoke about it in one of your keys of the game prior to tip-off, Liam, about Melbourne United pushing the ball and making it up-tempo, and Dean Vickerman references it there.
It's when they're at their best. They haven't been able to do that in their last couple of games, and they've had success with it tonight.
Pressure up the floor again. This time Melbourne United break it. Nearing the halfway point of the final quarter. Dellavedova has 5 of these. That's way short. Great defense, Vic Law.
Big call.
Udo Bobby just runs straight over Vic Law.
2 shots.
I mean, it was a great screen. It was an easy call. But sometimes the officials in the backcourt there get taken by surprise. Nico Fernandez rightly calls that on Udo Bubba.
5 minutes left. Melbourne United are in a penalty from this point out. Udo Bubba goes in out of the seat. This really gets interesting.
First one, no good. Second one is good. Last 6 points for the Wildcats since that Chris Golding 3. Pressure up the floor again from Perth, making life difficult for Dellavedova. It'll be on Wagstaff. His third. We are set for a cracking finish. Shea Ely over the timeline. Smack bang. 5 minutes to go. Joe Lualu-Chul guarded by Wagstaff. Here comes a double team from Law. Dumps it under to Jack White, who's able to get it. Great pass by JLA.
It's one hell of a finish. Even better pass. And that's what I'm liking about JLA. Usually when he gets the ball, he's looking to do one thing.
Vic Law trying to backdoor it to Bryce Cotton. 13th turnover of the night. Dellavedova couldn't get it to go. Travis says, I'll take it. 10 points, 5 boards, 3 assists for the young gun. It's a blocking foul.
Exactly. Get the ball off the rim, push it, get to the basket, and look to create a foul. You see right here, the double came, but great backdoor pass. Great find with Jack White going backdoor and finishing. JLA is the guy that when he gets the ball, he's going up. He doesn't care for doubles coming. But in this game, he's looked for his teammates when those doubles have come.
Travis to the foul line. 3 fouls on Dellavedova. 4 on Joel, the big fella. JLA. Travers. Good. Four on Vic Law, as well as we see there. Joe Lualu-Chul, Vic Law 4, 3 for Dellavedova. And the rest, probably okay. Golding. It's on Wagstaff. That'll be his 4th.
It's good activity by JLA. He's going so hard. He's forcing the defense to foul him.
4th team foul now on the Wildcats. They've been getting after it, putting their hands in the last couple of minutes. Need to stay solid.
Golding. Well short. Nothing but West Australian air.
Real good defense. Locking in trail and making him take a tough shot.
Cotton. It is Cotton time. Step back over White. Joe Lualu-Chul grabs it. Still a 2-possession game. Golding wanted to take on Laws, got 4, steps back behind the three-point line, leaves it a little short. Shea Ili, what a play! Energy personified, knocks it out of Luke Travis's hands, goes and gets it. That'll be 5 on Wagstaff. This is what he does.
Just did not give up on it. Everyone in the arena thought Luke Travis was grabbing an easy board there, except Shea Ili. Stayed with it, got a hand to it. Massive play in a big moment.
And earns 2 bonus foul shots as well. The lead's at 5 as both coaches want to chat. What a night.
A lot of game left, come on. Press break here, okay? You throw it in. Todd, you're long with Haji. Yep. LT, you're screening for Vic, okay? Up here, high. Looking to get a catch for Vic. Then LT, you're going right to the middle, hard. Okay, we're going to be aggressive here. We're going to Todd a 3 or Haji a dunk. All right? Listen, if we get down there and he has the ball, okay, you're screening and rolling. Push, push. You too, okay? If you don't have the ball, double, double. You got to get into it quicker. Let's go. Your choice.
Trying to find ways to get Bryce Cotton catches. When he's got the ball, he wants Luke Travers to come up and set the ball screen, roll to the rim, and off the ball they want to set staggered screens for Bryce Cotton, try to get him catches. Just haven't been able to get going offensively in this 4th quarter. Single digits for the Wildcats. The opening 7 minutes of this final term.
Sean Redditch is courtside, listening with Melbourne United.
Well, Dean Vickerman is really concerned about fouling Bryce Cotton. He spent about half the time out talking about no foul. We know Bryce Cotton's going to put up some tough shots. Do not foul him. As you see, Shea Ili missed the first free throw. On the offensive side of it, they want to run an Ingles. I'm not sure what an Ingles is, but I'm sure it's coming off 4-3. As great a player and a great a shooter as Joe Ingles is.
Yeah, it's baseline staggers for Chris Golding. Their Ingles play Melbourne United. Almost every one of their out-of-timeout plays, they usually call him for CG when he's out there on the floor. Look at him coming off some baseline staggered screens.
Six-point United lead, under 3 minutes. RAC Arena, 75% capacity. As loud as ever. As these 2 great teams go head-to-head. Travers on Dellavedova, runs out of places to go, tries to find Cotton, can't. Shea Ili got a hand in it, Golding to JLA for the throw down, the lead is 8.
It's just great defense by Shea Ili, denying Cotton. Gets his hand on it, turnover, dunk, United up 8. Who else outside of Bryce Cotton do you have that can deliver? Who?
Vic Law has traditionally been that man in NBL22. He's been hampered by some foul trouble, a sore shin as well. You can see the wrapping on it there. Cotton 4 of 13 from the field tonight, but it is Cotton time. And on cue, Travers puts it on the floor. Great take by the young fella. Somehow lipped it out. Hodgson kept it alive. Shea Ili to Golding.
Shea Ili in the midst of it again. The little plays that do not show up in the stats.
He's made a very successful career of being great in winning teams. So far tonight, he's proving it. This time for a 3-pointer right in front of Scott Morrison and the Perth Wildcat bench. The lead is 11. He's got 12. And ScoMo says, we need the chat.
There is nothing that Shea Ili has not done right, wrong, in this fourth quarter. You want the three, he gave you that. You want steals, he's giving you that. Timeout. Fantastic effort by Shea.
And it's been a combination. They've made life so tough for those two. We spoke about it off the top. What's the key for Melbourne United? What's the key for any team playing the Wildcats this season? Trying to limit Bryce Cotton and Vic Law. Make things tough. And Sean Redditch mentioned it throughout the call that Matthew Dellavedova, Udai Baba, Shea, all three of those guys have played minutes on the three-time MVP over the course of the game. And Jack White as well, with his minutes on Vic Law, have been huge. 13 points, 5 of 12 from the field. Both those guys in double digits, both under their averages, and everything has been hard work all night long.
11-point Melbourne United lead. First night, first game in the jungle for that man, Jack White. 11 points, 9 boards.
Impressive.
Under 2 minutes, lead is 11. Perth got to get to work. Travers, great pass, Cotton. Bounce pass was perfectly executed out of the timeout. Something the Wildcats have done really well tonight.
There's the back cuts. Back cuts are how you're going to get Bryce Cotton open against this pressure.
Golding. Right at Hodgson. Real tough. Great D by Hodgson. And now wants the push. Cotton, met by Shea. Hodgson. There's that man again. Shea is everywhere the Perth Wildcats don't want him to be. He gets his hand on that one again. Turnover number 15 for the Wildcats. Dellavedova just wanted to take some time away. Backs down Cotton, finds JLA. And that might be number 5 on that man, Vic Law. He'll go to the bench. 13 points, 5 boards. 5 and 12 from the field, no three-pointer. Misfiring on his only 2 attempts of the night. He joins Jesse Wagstaff out of this game. Joe Loal-Chul will go to the foul line and try and add to his 12 points and add to the 9-point lead Melbourne currently hold. Both good. Lead is 11. Clock not the friend of the Wildcats. Whatever they're going to do, they're going to have to do it relatively quickly. Shea meets Cotton. Then runs into Dellavedova. Blanchfield, nice. Up fake. Can't get it. And you would think Melbourne United are going to end the 2-game losing streak and head to the jungle, while the Wildcats are going to lose their 3rd in a row for the first time at home since 1999.
Fantastic performance by Melbourne United, coming in here getting it done, especially on the defensive end on Bryce Cotton. Mainly Shea in this fourth. Collectively, they've done a great job.
Travers, no good.
But Shea in this fourth quarter. That defense was inspirational.
12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals for Shea. As we get into the last 10 seconds, Hodgson, he's had a nice night. 11 boards to go with 6 points, but it's going to be all too late. Melbourne United go to the jungle and do what they've done in recent times and take the dub back home. 3-game losing streak for the Perth Wildcats. They stay in 4th. Melbourne United stay atop the Amy NBL ladder. And that is a huge result after the loss on Saturday night in front of their home fans, the Illawarra.
Big win. Big win. That man set the tone in the first quarter, Chris Golding. He's our Foot Locker player of the game. They had a whole bunch of contributors. 18 points for Golding, 4 boards, 4 assists. A couple of steals for the Melbourne United skipper, but oh boy, didn't everyone come to the table. Daly, 5 triples, 6 assists. Shea Ili, 12 points, and all kinds of effort at the defensive end. Don't forget Jack White as well, a double-double. Melbourne outscored Perth by 24 during his minutes on the floor. Huge win for the ladder leaders.
9-point win for Melbourne in the jungle. Quick break. Liam Santamaria and Corey Homicide Williams to wrap it up on the other side of this. Hungry Jacks highlights, and there was plenty. And that man, Chris Golding, our Foot Locker player of the game, set the game alight early. Matty Hodgson was really good. Luke Travers likewise. But boys, this has been a game that we all expected to be incredibly fun, entertaining, playoff intensity. Luke Travers went bang on the quarter time buzzer from half court. It lived up to everything that we expected it to be.
Everyone who's been watching NBL22 just knew this was going to be a good game. Knew it was a big game, finals-like atmosphere, finals implications. Melbourne United looking to hold on to top spot. Perth Wildcats trying to make sure they lock in a 36th straight trip to the postseason, and it lived up to all those expectations. Big shots from big players all night long, but in the end, Melbourne United's defense held up. Look at that score, 75 points for the Wildcats. They averaged 90 points per game, highest scoring team in the competition. Cotton and Blanchfield leading scorers for Perth, Golding and Delvedova for United. But forget everything else, Melbourne United's D on the big stage tonight in the jungle held up.
Monstrous effort. They go there, never easy to win, and they get it done. Turnovers not shown there, but 15 to Perth, and they had a few late. Shea Ili's defence, he had 5 steals on the night, but his defensive intensity, both on that man, Bryce Cotton homicide, and to be able to get it felt like every moment someone had to take it, he did exactly that.
Bryce Cotton has to be tired because they wore him like a cheap suit tonight. I thought in the fourth quarter at some point it was going to be Cotton time, Bryce time, whatever you want to call it. But tonight just was not his night. You have to give credit where credit's due. Liam touched on it earlier. The defense of Melbourne United, specifically Shaylee on Cotton in that fourth, was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty to watch.
Amy Ladder, there it is. They got the percentage to Melbourne United, which something that could come into play. You would think now Perth are probably going to finish fourth unless the Jack Jumpers can find the momentum somehow. But that is such a huge win for Melbourne United to stay in front of Sydney and Illawarra.
Massive. Massive. The door's still slightly ajar for Tasmania, less so the Phoenix. But I tell you what, a bunch of big games coming up. Huge round 19. Look at how many games we've got on the slate. Tipped off by the throwdown on Thursday night.
You pumped?
I'm always pumped for the throwdown. How could I not be?
What a night. What a night. Melbourne United head to the jungle and get the job done. Wherever you might be, there's no doubt you enjoyed this one. Boys, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Until Thursday night for the throwdown, keep hooping.
I'm next level, I'm franchise, I'm top tier, I'm that guy. I'm the man of the year. I'm a man with no fear. I think like I'm a shark. The way I move.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Thanks, guys. Dean, just love to hear your thoughts on how the game played out and how you guys got it done in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought we came out with really good intent tonight. Shifted the basketball. They hit a big three on quarter time. We should have go into that one being up 5 and having a really good quarter. But I thought that our second quarter was the one that was a little bit flat and didn't quite have the desperate energy that we showed for most of the other parts of the game. But I thought what Shea came in and did in the second half was what we've seen from him at his best, when he's just coming up with extra possessions and playing the defense he's playing and getting out on the break, making a three, just so many plays that just allowed us to keep the lead. But we were pretty solid, as a group defensively in that second half. I think, what do we hold them to? It's at 31 or something in the second half. And, our challenges from the other night where we just didn't finish plays defensively against Wollongong. I thought we rebounded a little bit better. And then, in the last 5 minutes of the game, we really talked about where we needed to go, how we needed to do it. And, it wasn't perfect, but I thought we had a better plan about how we wanted to execute tonight down the stretch.
You said it wasn't perfect, but did you take a bit of pride in the way I think Jack White was getting your buckets at the end? A few different guys were getting your buckets. It wasn't all just Chris or Delhi or whoever.
Yeah, I thought both, Whitey got one off, Joe making a great pass and, getting out on the break. And, I thought our bigs, both Ariel and Joe were patient in the block tonight. They looked to the weak side, made some skips, and knew that there was going to be a crowded coverage. And that's really important for us, that when we throw it in, that we know it's going to come back out at different times as well.
How significant do you think this win could be for your hopes of top 2 and just for the run into the playoffs for the guys to go into Perth and get a win?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before the game. We saw, where the run that Sydney have gone on, because they were down, below 500, and they just come together and really turned it up. And we've seen that with Wollongong. And we feel like this is our time right now to really lock in, to just play with an absolute desperation and winning effort. And we got some great highlights tonight about what it takes to go ahead and win big games, and especially win big games on the road. And one of our goals this year was to try and win at everybody's venue, and we got that done tonight. So wherever we finish in the playoff race, we've got the ability to walk in every venue with a good memory of getting a win.
Shay, just tell us about the level of desperation you saw from the guys tonight, and from yourself, what got you going with the way you could get steals tonight? I think 5 steals in Perth is a damn good effort.
It's just having that trust in the backside. We were top blocking Bryce, sending them to the paint. Joe, Whitey, Ariel, they're all, big help for myself and Bubba, and Dully guarding Bryce, just sending him downhill. And, I was there to just tip a few, and the boys were there to pick up those steals. Just having that trust in the team is awesome.
You guys coming together, sort of getting ready for finals. What are you seeing from the group in terms of the way you guys are turn the corner for getting towards the finals?
This is a big time to come together as a team. We dropped two that we should have won at home. Now it's a crunch time, and we've got to put our foot down and stay together, and come out with wins to stay on top.
Thanks, Roy. Craig, good on you.
Dean, your record in the RSC arena is quite remarkable. You don't seem to be intimidated coming here at all like some teams are. What's the key to coming into this venue and winning so consistently?
It's a great challenge. I think our group has embraced coming to one of the best arenas in Australia, knowing that it's going to be the crowd's going to be into it. Can you mentally deal with the runs that that Perth go on? Can you just lock in and forget about referees' calls? And it really tries to bring out the best of you in a basketball player. And I think we've embraced that challenge, pretty well over these last times that we've been here. Obviously, we had a grand final series here recently, and there was good memories about playing here.
Both teams coming off the 2 losses, scores level 3/4 time. Do you reckon that's a real fork in the road moment that last quarter for you guys from a season perspective, given the difference is pretty dramatic if it goes the other way?
Yeah, I'm not really big in fork in the road moments, but I was pleased with the way that we played the fourth quarter, and I really didn't sub much. That was the thing I trusted. Joe Akul, I think, gets his 4th foul with 5 minutes to go, and he said, "Trust me, I'll be good." Get Shea out for a few minutes and Bubba in there and get him a rest and get Shea back in there, and that group closed it out well. And fortunately, I still had my 3 timeouts where I could, manage that situation as well. And, we finally won a coach challenge, which gives you kind of that extra time out as well. So we were able to kind of rest the guys through that fourth quarter. But it's not something I'll normally do. I want people to play at an intensity level that they need to come out for a few minutes and move a few more people.
Which challenge, like Delhi was demanding you take it, it was pretty strong when you say take that challenge, and it became a pretty important moment in the game to get the ball back and get out to 10 points. What were you thinking at that point? Was it his demand that made you make that decision?
Yeah, I think there was probably 2 other ones that I turned against and said, no, I probably had a pretty good angle on those ones, and I didn't think we'd get the win. But, being at the other end of the floor, and he obviously had a great angle on it, and yeah, he was pretty strong about me taking it, and I had the 3 timeouts, so even if we didn't get it, it was a good little break in play. But it's an interesting one about who you really can trust. But yeah, he was so adamant. He was very convincing for me to take that one.
Thanks, Craig. Any final ones from Bernstein and Show?
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, Scott, can you just give us your thoughts on the match to start with?
Well, I think if the other night against Sydney hopefully was our rock bottom, I think we were better tonight. I was pleased with the effort of the guys. I thought we left it all out there. We were shorthanded. Gave it all we had, which was kind of the first step in getting back on the right track. Unfortunately, we made a lot of mistakes that I think we could have prevented, but I'll take the effort, and hopefully we can fix some of those things and get a couple more wins here in this last stretch.
Again, you're going to win the rebounds and the 18 offensive boards. I reckon you would have thought that would have gone in your favour on the scoreboard. Would that be the case? The effort that you talk about was there in those situations, but just didn't work out in other spots around the court.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them credit too. They really ramped up their defense in the second half, bogged us down. I think we got caught staring and searching for Bryce a little too often instead of just attacking. But they forced us into that. And on the offensive end, they hit their open threes and we missed them. So you got to give them credit, regardless of the rebounds. I think that rebounding stat's been kind of overrated all year. I think there's a couple big ones you got to get in a game. But at the end of the day, field goals are a lot more important than rebounds. And they beat us in the turnovers as well. Some of our turnovers led to some easy buckets for them. You got to keep United out of transition if you have a chance to beat them.
Really targeting on Bryce every time with multiple rotations defensively on him. Did you think that there were players could have found other ways to get themselves open to help him out there?
Well, I mean, I'll share some of the blame too, but I think I think our guys got to have a little bit more confidence in themselves to be killers in that moment as well. Whether it be shooting it if you're open, whether it be putting the ball on the floor and getting a paint threat to create something yourself or for somebody else. Obviously, Bryce is our biggest weapon, figuratively. And we call a lot of plays for him because he's the best at getting an advantage for the team. He makes good plays, but sometimes if they're putting one or two guys on him, that makes it easier for the other guys to score. But we can't be staring at him, holding the ball, picking up the ball. We got to keep it moving, keep attacking, and have more than one threat out there at the end of the game. I got to do a better job calling plays with some movement down the stretch. I thought we did pretty good throughout the first half, and got away from it a little bit at the end.
On that as well, from a player's perspective, I know it's supposed to see that obviously you need a bit more from other guys. How do you feel like sometimes blokes do stand around and a bit rely on Bryce and be Bryce?
I mean, yeah, for sure, but I feel like when you come up against a defensive team like United, there are, and Bryce does draw so much attention. As Scott said, the other guys have got to be involved and I guess not stand and watch. And yeah, I think that's what we sort of went to down the stretch, and we relied upon Bryce a little too much. But as Scott said, when he's got one or two guys guarding him, it makes it a little bit easier for everyone else. So, it could be a cut, it could be an offensive rebound. There's plenty of different ways. It's just a matter of staying on the front foot and staying aggressive.
So long and doesn't normally lose an ROC arena to drop 3 in a row. Can you put your finger on why that is? Is it the talent the opposition have got in those 3 games, or is there something you guys need to do differently?
I mean, I feel like it just comes there's a whole bunch of things the last 2 games, but I think tonight, we came out, we gave it all, we battled. I think I think we got a little, I guess we held them around our target. I think it just got a little stagnant in the fourth quarter, and I think that hurt us down the stretch. I think I'm not sure what we had in the fourth quarter, but yeah, when we stand and I guess wait for Bryce to make something happen, he's got 2, sometimes 3 guys draped on him. It's always going to make it hard. So it's on the rest of us to step up, stay aggressive, and be able to help him make plays down the stretch.
Thinks that other teams aren't fearing coming here as much anymore after these losses?
No, I think this is an extremely hard place to win, and it's not a freebie for us. We can't just step on the court and assume we're going to get a win. I think we gave it all tonight, as I said, and I think we left it all out there. But there's just a few things we need to be able to tidy up. But I guess the good thing is we get to play again Thursday. It's a short turnaround, and we get to learn from it and redeem ourselves.
I just got a quick one for Coach. Coach, how did you think the guys handled not having Mitchell on there tonight, and how difficult is it to try
I mean, just being honest, it's been tough without him. He's had a rough go this season. I think he's missed close to half our games. Really bad luck. He obviously is the anchor of our defense, with his ball pressure and his talk and his toughness. And then offensively, he's another guy that can get into the paint and finish or get fouled, make plays for his teammates. So it's been tough without him, and that's not taken away from the guys who are out there. It's just one less guy that's normally in our rotation. I mean, if you consider Mitch and Mike Frazier being out, that's roughly 40 to 45 minutes out of a 200-minute game that we're used to having. So those are kind of our best on-ball backcourt defenders, and I give credit, like I said, I give credit to our team for leaving it all on the court tonight, and a lot of guys playing more minutes than they're accustomed to. So we got to find a way to get it done. You can't control injuries, and we've won games without those guys. We just got to be a little bit crisper and more efficient. You don't have a couple more, Craig? No, that was plenty. Thank you.
Yep. Yep, sounds good. Yeah. Yep.